Welcome back to another video. This is going to be just all the Sakamoto days units. It's going to be structured a little differently than last video, which was, like showing, obtaining units, getting evos, all that stuff. This is really just going to be like evolving 2 units, rolling some stats, rolling some traits, and then showing them off. Because it just took so long. It shouldn't have taken me so long to get everybody. But also, I'm not going to lie, I don't like the rates. You have to play a lot just to get all the evo items. So if you're actually going for evoing all 4 units, it's 800 tokens, which if you're doing act 5 is close to like 80 runs of raid, because it's like you get 10 to 13. Regardless, units that are really cool. I had a lot of fun getting them, even if the raids were a little iffy. Honestly, the hardest unit to get was Sakamoto. I just could not get that dude off the banner. Mainly because gems. But if you guys, enjoy the video and see yourself come back around to the channel, feel free to please leave a like, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it, and it would help, support my channel. If you guys have any suggestions, for stuff you want to see on the channel, I'm still kind of looking at games I want to play on Roblox for this channel. Right now, I'm really just playing Crusaders and All-Star Tower Defense X. I can always go look for more Roblox games to play to put out on the channel. I have some ideas, but haven't decided anything yet. Regardless, let's get into the video. So it doesn't normally do this when you get rewards, so I think I may have gotten... Yes, okay, cool. I still don't have Sakamoto. I'm working on that right now. Well, kind of. He was in middle of banner, but I didn't have the gems to guarantee him, and she's in the middle of the banner. God dang it. Like, I don't want to risk it if he's not the middle. But I have Nagamo now, which is good. I don't know if there's supposed to be a cutscene that plays, but I did not get one, so I'll assume there isn't. Maybe there's a setting, I wonder. Wonder if it's that. Oh. That was Shiny Cho'in. I thought that was something else. Still don't know if I'm saying his name right. Hopefully I am. Oh, I need to buy his Evo item. And then I get to grind kills. Yippee. Actually, I'll roll on him. The only one I've evolved so far is him. I haven't done her yet because I actually don't really have a reason. Well, actually, I kind of want to improve her stats is the main reason. And I've already rolled them once, and did I roll them? Hold on. Am I talking nonsense? Yeah, so I need to roll those again, at least into mostly A's. Let's do some quick rolls on Nagamo. I'm not going to use all of them. I'm trying to decide, do I want to use just the tokens, or... Yeah, I'm going to take that. I'm saving rolls for next update, which is why after some grinding, I was able to get Nagamo some decent stats and evolve him. I roll traits on him a little bit, but not too much, because next update comes out very soon. I think as the day I'm recording this little piece in between, this is the day before the update. The video will come out probably the day the Demon Slayer update does come out. I am very excited for that. Let me know in the comments below, if you guys are also excited for this update, or maybe you're not excited for it, maybe you don't like Demon Slayer. I'm just kind of curious what the opinion is, because I think Demon Slayer updates for most of these games are really good. The All-Star Tower Defense X Demon Slayer update's awesome. I think this game could also do a really good one. But, right now we're talking about Sakamoto days. Let's go evolve Nagamo. Actually, gotta roll stats. We'll evolve him. I, once again, did not get Sakamoto. Instead, I got this stupid bubblegum dude. Being as nice as possible as I can. But I don't want to be. I hate him. I want him to blow up. Oh, damn. Okay. I am never going to use her. I know she has a mythic trait, but genuinely I don't see myself using her. So I might try and get those stats over. I have anybody with an S cooldown that like I don't use? I mean, not really. I mean, maybe him, but Aurora is so strong. Nah. I'll try and transfer the... Is it a double S damage stat? Where'd she go? Yeah, double S damage stat. We'll try and transfer that, and then I'll keep Nagamoto to sacrifice her. I had to go find a video of somebody doing stat transfers because I don't want to do it wrong. So we're doing Nagamo, and then her. So I believe, let me pop the video back open. That's how he's doing it. So, yeah, God, that's so. As long as the double S works, I'm cool. Oh, right, I have a... No, don't equip cosmetic. Don't equip cosmetic. Remove your skin. Why did it play that? Okay, whatever. Jeez. Okay, Nagamo. I swear, if it's like unequip unit, this time I'm gonna tweak. Did both succeed? They did. Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. What am I, PG? No. I mean, I should probably tone it down a little bit, but it's not that important. 60%, that's a lot, knowing what he can do. Wait, did his... Oh, were those both low double S's? I mean, I'll take it. It's still very good. And again, I don't see myself using, what's her name? What's his cosmetic? Oh, I mean, it's alright. Walking is so messed up. Oh, that's funny. Alright, so all that's left to do really is obtain Sakamoto, evolve him, and then evolve Shoten. I don't know what her actual name is. Again, I haven't watched Sakamoto days. Which that goes pretty well. And then after that, you know, I gotta run an infinite, show off all the units, and that'll be a good time. Let's get straight into that. Alright. Finally have... Wait, let me make sure. That's the last evo item I need. Yeah, because I have the noodles. Already evolved you, and I've already evolved you. Okay. So let's buy that. I'm gonna roll on Sakamoto again. Do I just roll all stats, or do I just... I don't know. Because I'm guaranteed like A+ is there. And like an S+. No, just probably a regular S, but I could go for better. Yeah, come on. Yeah, we'll take that. It is what it is. We'll evolve her first. And then we'll evolve Sakamoto. There we go. Well, how much? I'm sorry, how much did his... Am I crazy? That's like double S. How much did his range jump by? Because he did not have an S range. He had like an A+. Good goodness. I mean, I'll take it. I'm not gonna roll on anybody too much, because... Well... Okay, how many rerolls do I have? Like a little under 200. I'll go until first legendary that isn't a tactician. There. And I might roll on them more later if I think they're good enough. We'll have to see though. Don't use up all my things. Come on now. Good enough. Do they all have legendary or better? All right. Let's unequip everybody. Put on Nagamo. I can't believe the thing that made this video take so long was getting Sakamoto. It took me forever to get him, and I am gonna unequip the relic from what's his name? I think it's his actual name is Heisuke. I don't know. I need to watch Sakamoto days. But the only reason I'm not going for mythic traits is, again, I care a lot more about next update. We'll go to Planet Namek Infinite. So we'll start with this guy, which I've used a lot of. He's like my main carry in the raids because he just does a lot of damage. So he's got 3 passives. Every 50 seconds, his bird grants him 10% damage, 1000% range for 15 seconds, so pretty much full map coverage and bonus damage. Rhythm flow, every time he attacks, he gains 5% damage boost, capped at 20. It lasts 10 seconds, but the duration gets reset every time he attacks again. And then he has a base 15% crit chance, and he always crits on the 5th attack. It's why he combos really well with the inverted Spear of Heaven, or whatever they call it, in here. Because it guarantees he crits every 4th and 5th attack. Which is that's just a lot of extra DPS. Plus it increases his base crit chance to be like 30 something with mine. So it's pretty solid. As you can see, he's 220 range right now. He can literally hit the entire map all the way to like over here. So on any track, he'll hit the full map. So triple shot increases AoE size. He doesn't get the most base range is the big thing. And with this being every 50 seconds, you can't exactly rely on it, or at least I wouldn't try and rely on it. I gotta reroll his range again. Then we have reflection shot, which I believe, yeah, none of his animations seem to be too crazy. I mean, he's using a sniper, so, but yeah. Pretty good DPS. I would say, honestly, Overdrive is a really good trait on him. It guarantees this passive stays up a lot, and it gets him more attacks during this 15-second period. So he'll get 3 attacks off. Actually, he'll get 4 at max upgrade within this time frame, which is pretty good. I think without it, he only gets 3 because he'll attack like 5.1 seconds, I think. You can have 3 of him down. I'm not going to upgrade the other 2. He's a very solid unit, definitely the best heal unit. Well, actually, I don't know about that. Cho-In from the solo leveling stuff is still really good. But I can't exactly compare them just because I have Aurora on Cho-In. So I can't accurately compare their stats. Both are very good. Like, I would say if you have Cho-In with a good mythic trait, probably don't bother with going for this guy, or at least not out of all of these. I don't think he's very good, but I don't think he's the most important. I don't think I showed his second attack off very well, so hold on, let me. So it's triple shot. It's what it says. Sell all of them. Get her down. I don't know her actual. That's a lot of range. Well, actually, she has a. What's it called? So, her passive is. She doesn't have any passives pre-evo because both of her passives build into each other. So Dizzy Flow. Every attack grants 1 drink stack, max 10. At 3 to 10 stacks, she can consume her drink to become dizzy. Each stack grants 2.5 seconds of dizzy mode. Consuming the maximum 10 stacks grants an additional 50% dizzy mode duration. So you can get 25 seconds plus like 12, so 37. Okay, I gotta upgrade her a little bit. And then when dizzy, she cannot gain drink stack, gains 100% damage, minus 25% attack speed. Each hit has a 10% chance to not deal damage. And after dizzy mode ends, she resets drink stack to 0, loses 15% damage and 10% range for 15 seconds. So what's her attack animation? She just goes in and punches. We have dive kick, which has the worst line I've ever seen. Oh my god. I'll use her dizzy mode at max upgrade. Spin kick is a decent AoE. Pretty decent animation. I mean, it's like just like a classic spin kick. Combo attack. Okay, her attack speed. But her damage did jump a bit in that upgrade. Her DPS is pretty bad. But I haven't used this yet, which will help a lot, I think. So yeah. About 27,000 damage, 10-second attack speeds, but, 2,700 damage. She definitely will benefit from a better trait. The Hawkeye's not bad for her. Let's activate that. So yeah, 53,000 damage every 7.5 seconds. Puts her at 7,000 DPS. It's honestly not bad. You can have 4 of her down. Okay. That's what makes her good. So you can have 4 of her down. Oop. Have to make some more money here. I wish there was a visual timer that told you, okay, it just ended. With the fact you can have 4 of her, the problem is if each attack grants 1 drink stack and she caps at 10, which is ideally when you want to use it for the maximum amount of time, it kind of means it'll take 100 seconds to max out her stacks. Honestly, overdrive on her would probably be extremely good. Radiant is likely, I think that's her best trait, because that's increased range, increased attack speed, and increased damage. Crusader wouldn't be the best just because she, being 4 placement overall DPS is going to be better with Radiant. She'd still be good with Crusader, don't get me wrong. I don't know, I don't think she's bad, but that attack speed is very, it's a little debilitating into what she does. I guess I guarantee it probably was for balancing. If they allowed her to attack really fast, she could stack this up way too much. You can get like 4 units with 7,000 DPS. Let's move on to Sakamoto. Well, we'll try and move on to Sakamoto. I might have to run a second infinite just because knowing how he works, because I have read his passives before. So, Weight of Power. This is a lot like the anime adventures Sakamoto. With each attack, he burns away his fatigue. After 25 attacks, he transforms into half slim, gaining 50% damage and reducing attack cooldown by 10. After 50 attacks, he transforms into slim form, gaining 100% damage and going to 20% attack cooldown instead of 10%. Okay. Get him to, what is this called? Fridge Slam. He takes a fridge and slams it on. Shocker. And then Hidden Assassin. After each attack, Fat Hitman has a 10% chance to attack again. If this attack kills an enemy, his next attack deals 10% damage. Is pretty solid. Wild Assault. I don't want to take him to his last upgrade because that drops his attack speed really hard. I'm gonna, I'm not gonna make you watch him get all of his attacks in, so I'll just, you'll see it when he's at half slim. Okay, so he's gone to half slim, which I don't think that had any, there was no visual indicator on any of that. Oh, did he take that apron off? He did. You can kind of see his outfit changed if we put him next to another Sakamoto. He took the apron off. Actually, I think that's about it. And yes, it's 14k damage now, and the attacks every 3.6 seconds. I'm gonna max him now. that's already pretty strong. He's going to gain another 50% damage and reduce his attack speed more. I have seen his Hidden Assassin passive activate a couple of times. It does just literally make him attack again, which, considering he stacks based off of number of attacks done, that actually helps him a lot. Now, I don't know if it allows him to retarget or if he just attacks in the same spot. Unfortunately, with his last attack having a slower attack speed, it will take him longer to stack all the way up. So I'll cut to when that happens. Yippee! All right, and now he is in slim form, which yes, that changed his face to, well, his slim form. Doesn't update it in here, but that's not really important. So yeah, 44,000 damage every 5.5 seconds with pretty good AoE circle. And he has pretty decent base range, all things considered. I kind of wish I went a little more for his stats. But yeah, it's like 8,000 DPS, you can have 3 of him. Not going to bother upgrading them because I'd have to let them stack and it's not worth it. Crusader is easily his best trait. I think Overdrive is also probably a contender just because it will get him to stack this faster. Anything that, really anything that reduces his attack cooldown will be good on him. I'll probably stick with Overdrive just because it is really good. The attack animations aren't crazy, though. I am gonna have to sell him to show Nagamo, because Nagamo's got a lot to show. But I'm just gonna start with his base stuff. His base attack's a line, he just dashes through. Then he has Reaper Slash, which I think he does one single slash with the, yeah, with his, I don't know what to call it, a giant army knife? Giant Swiss Army knife. His dice. His stats are already pretty, I mean, his damage is pretty high, his overall DPS is kind of eh. Deadly Onslaught. Each one just pretty much makes his AoE bigger. And that one looks to be 4 hits. I think Sakamoto's last attack was 3 hits. And then we have his last upgrade. Honestly, decent DPS, all things considered. He then has, I'm going to read this part last. So the 7 faces, if Nagamo disguises 5 different units in a single match, it permanently gains 25% crit chance. Which, this is a good passive, but I'll explain why there's some issues with it. And then Deceptive Criticals. Nagamo gains 25% crit chance and 50% crit damage, just to add base. Really strong. It makes him as good as Heisuke is with the Inverted Spear of Heaven. Nagamo is actually probably better because Nagamo has a higher base crit chance and does bonus crit damage when he does crit. None of these units, actually, I didn't check. Is she hybrid? No. I'm gonna leave her place down though. So we'll read disguise. So Doppelganger's trick. Nagamo can disguise as a selected unit for 30 seconds. He copies the target's current move, 5 to 50% of their damage based on his upgrade level, so at max he'll take 50% of their damage and 100% of their attack speed. He cannot copy farm, buff, or summoner units, so you can't copy Idol, you can't copy Speed Card, and you can't copy Ghetto. He also can't copy Jinwoo's summons, but you wouldn't do that anyway. He must disguise as a different unit before reusing the same disguise. I don't think, some of the words there sounded wrong. And while disguised, each of his attacks increases his damage by 25% up to 100%. So he can basically get... Actually, how does that work? After 4 attacks, he'll stack to 100%, but it's 50%, so it's double. So he stacks up to their damage. Breaking the disguise early inflicts him with minus 10% damage for 15 seconds, and he doesn't copy traits, passives, levels, or stat potentials, but instead uses his own. So, Sakamoto would actually be a bad character to disguise as, I think, because it won't copy his stacked damage. I don't think. We'll get him to this upgrade. Okay, well, if I have the money for it. Really more expensive than I thought he was. Do they have none targeting in this game? They do not. I hope they have that. That can be useful for showcases like this. That's mostly why it exists. Or there's probably some like niche infinite mode stuff. I'll cut to when he's max stacked and I'll try the disguise. Okay, so he's stacked up. We'll upgrade him. So it should be... Nagamo should get like 22k damage. Disguise. Yes. It should be you. No, so it does take the base stats, I think. They are a little modified because of idle. I kind of didn't think about that. And yeah, it doesn't... Actually, the easiest way to know is the attack speed. It takes the unmodified attack speed. So Sakamoto's probably not a good character to pick for it. You want characters with good raw stats, which makes characters like... Sid is a good choice because it doesn't change your range. So with Hawkeye, you'd get... If I could click on one, my goodness. You would get full AoE in this type of range with basically Sid's stats. Also, he will take hybrid from characters who are hybrid. But he doesn't get the same thing for copying a hill unit, which I don't know why that is, but he just doesn't. Well, let's see, we're gonna break that because it's not very good. I'll probably show him on disguising as some better units like Jinwoo and Sid. I'll actually look through my units, see if there's somebody really good. I think Sid is probably his best disguise partner. And considering that he doesn't take their traits himself, you probably want Crusader on him, because you can basically make him, for 30 seconds, a Crusader version of any unit. I definitely think the disguise is a super neat idea. And so now the problem with 7 faces. The problem with this passive is because it requires 5 different units in a single match, and he cannot copy farms, buff units, or summoners. On my own, I cannot activate that passive. I have checked, I think before I made this video, it would take too long to try and check it here. But even though I can have multiple copies of, Sakamoto, Heisuke, and her down, it has to be units with different names, not different copies of the same unit. Nagamo also cannot copy himself because that wouldn't make sense. Which means the only way to stack the 7 faces passive, which it kind of bothers me that it's not 7 different units, but I'll leave it alone. You have to be playing with somebody to activate it. I also think breaking the disguise early shouldn't affect this. I don't have evidence for this. I gotta do daily challenge today. I'll do that. I'm not gonna do it. Oh, and we hit wave 50. Cool. We'll take extra gems. Anybody on banner I care about? Absolutely not. Okay, so Nagamo, I think I've used his cosmetic before. It's not bad. I kind of wish it had the effects here. Also, I don't know why that's the effects that float around him. I don't really ask too many questions. It looks good. It's just a little weird. But this cosmetic's kind of whatever. Sakamoto does not have one. She does not have one, and he does not have one. I imagine if you have them shiny, they probably do. I would hope. I decided to run a second infinite to show off Nagamo's 7 faces passives, just to show that it does work and it is usable. The only problem is you do have to run a team of 5, a full team of actual damage units, which you're just never going to be doing on your own. Even for purposes of infinite, I wouldn't recommend it. But it does work, so show you that. Egress, did I skip him accidentally? Maybe breaking the disguise, it doesn't work at all. It'll take me that long to get it back. I also do forget to equip the inverted spear of heaven, but he'd have like at like, I don't know, 38%. It's the inverted spear is extremely good. So I guess we'll copy Icarus because maybe I skipped him accidentally. There it is, 50% crit chance. So you can break the disguise, so you can kind of just spam it to get this up. Which, I mean, 50% crit chance plus, the thing is I don't know what base crit damage is. I assume it's just double. So it takes crit chance from double damage to 2.5 times damage on him. Which, considering how much, the fact that he gets a pretty high damage stat, it's gonna take me forever to get that. Hold on, we'll just... They'll get about, 27,000 damage. If he crits, it'll do... I'll pull up a calculator. I can't do that in my head. 27 times 2.5. About 67,500 damage. Will be a little different because the 0.3. I could do 25.3 times 2.5 and you'd get... Why is it a small... Oh, because 27.3 times 2.5. You get 68.25. So about 68,250 damage. Him with Crusader would do, 3 times this, which then just makes the crit damage infinitely higher. I could actually do the math on that. 23.7 times 3, which is... So 71,000 at base, and then multiply that by 2.5, you get 177,000 damage on crit, which again is 50%, which could then be increased more with the inverted spear of heaven, adding an extra. I don't know what the range is. I assume it's like 10% to 15%. So you get like 65% crit chance here, and then guaranteed crit every 5 attacks. Nagamo is very strong, but I do think it takes kind of specific conditions to get him there. The fact that on your own you have to run a full team of normal units kind of makes him a little weaker. And I don't have the money to max anybody. I'm not going to try and max anybody else out. I don't want to stretch this video on too long. One last thing I ended up deciding to do pretty last minute was roll traits, try and get mythic traits on Nagamo and Sakamoto. It's super brief. I'm not going to spoil what I get. I might have been something good. It might not be. But, if you guys enjoyed the video and, made it this far, greatly appreciated if you would leave a like and subscribe. It helps support the channel and it would give me good feedback on, to keep doing stuff on this game or stuff like that. But yeah, let's go roll some traits. All right, I can't resist doing more traits on Sakamoto, so. Hey, I'll take that. It's a very solid trait for him. It's not the most damage. It's not attack speed. Do I get greedy? No, new update can come out in like 2 days or something. I can't get greedy. Also, final roll on Nagamo too. Why not? Maybe I hit something crazy. Probably not. I'm not going to use all of these tokens here. I'm not going to touch the tokens. If I run out of remnants, I'm done rolling. Damn. Oh. Awesome. I love that. This trait feels like a troll. I'm not going to lie. Like, maybe I don't see the vision, but I don't see how Biohazard is good. All right. Let's actually end the video this time. All right, that wraps up today's video. If you guys enjoyed, feel free to please leave a like, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. It would help support the channel. I will for sure be live streaming the Demon Slayer update for this game pretty much when it goes live. I may be streaming actually a little bit before it, playing some other stuff. Why did my emote end? All right, fine. We'll do a different one. We'll do Club Penguin. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had a lot of fun making this one. It took me a little bit longer. Sakamoto just did not want to come off banner for me. General consensus on this update, I wouldn't bother with getting the Shoten, whatever her name is. I would focus getting Sakamoto and Heisuke. Nagamo is really good, but he's kind of niche. So if you don't want to get him, I don't think he's necessary. But if you really like Sakamoto Days, I think he's totally worth going for. He is really good. But the best units, I would say, are Sakamoto and Heisuke. Heisuke is definitely the best heal unit, and Sakamoto has really good damage potential, and he's not super hard to get. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace out.